In this video, we are going to look at the mystery of sleep, why we need it, the many benefits sleep provides, the current epidemic of insomnia and sleep disorders, and most importantly, practical solutions to help you get better sleep. There are many things you can do to help with better sleep, but I'm going to really focus on PEMF therapy and how pulsed magnetic field therapy is, in my opinion, the best natural solution to help you get better sleep. So what exactly is sleep anyway? From an evolutionary point of view, sleep is a bad idea. Think about it. If you're an animal out in the jungle, the last thing you want to do is be motionless, defenseless, and vulnerable for several hours a day. But sleep fought evolution and won. It's because it's essential for life. So sleep happens in all species of animals without exception. And this just shows how vital sleep is for life to exist. It's essential at the most basic biological level. But yet it's still a mystery to scientists even up till today, although we're learning more and more about sleep. And for humans, it's so essential that the average healthy person would die after 10 days with no sleep, making it even more important than food as far as how long you can go without it, because most people can survive 30 to 90 days without food. So let's start by looking at the stages of sleep, just to get a little background on what sleep is. There are 5 stages, 4 stages of dreamless sleep, stage 1 through 4, and there is REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, is when you dream. The slow, lazy brain waves of stage 1 to 4, this is kind of your dreamless sleep. You don't dream during stages 1 to 4, but in those stages, your body really heals and regenerates itself. And as we get older, especially stages 3 and 4, our ability to get that deep, slow wave sleep becomes more and more difficult as we age. As we'll see, PEMF therapy can help you to get down into those deeper levels of sleep. And this is where the magic of regeneration comes. You lose about 20 to 30 billion cells a day. And luckily, 20 to 30 billion cells are created through mitosis, mainly during sleep. So what goes on in sleep? Well, first of all, your brain recharges itself. Good sleep has been linked to better memory, creativity, alertness, awareness, productivity. You know, if you want to be successful in life and just enjoy life and get a lot done, you need deep sleep. And as I said, your cells repair and regenerate themselves. Thirdly, your body releases important hormones like HGH and melatonin. Both of those have been linked to longevity and health. Interestingly, as we age, HGH and melatonin levels decline, and our sleep levels also decline with that. So if we can get better sleep and keep that level of HGH and melatonin high, this is one of the best strategies for longevity and just feeling healthy and energized, even well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. What are some of the benefits of sleep? We already mentioned a few of them, but there's some other benefits. Sleep keeps your heart healthy. Studies have shown that less than 5.5 hours of sleep a night can double your risk of heart attacks in some sleep studies. Sleep can help prevent cancer. It helps to reduce stress, reduces inflammation, makes you more alert, bolsters your memory. It helps you to lose weight, believe it or not. And there's been studies showing how decreased sleep increases weight gain. And finally, sleep may help to reduce the risk of depression. So basically, we have these circadian rhythms during the day. I just want to talk a little bit about circadian rhythms because that's your body's biological clock. These rhythms are governed, by light and darkness, by certain eating cycles, even by the magnetic field of the earth and certain other environmental factors and temperature as well. It can help the body to be energized and awake during the day and relaxed and sleepy at night. And as we'll see, the PEMF therapy devices I recommend have a biorhythm clock that give you energized frequencies in the day and relaxed frequencies at night. So we want to be in tune with the cycles of nature and try to get to bed ideally around 10 to 11 p.m. because it's been proven that growth hormone is secreted mainly between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So that's the prime time to get that healthy hormone release. So let's take a quick look at insomnia because it's such a problem. 1 in 10 people suffer from chronic insomnia, and it can really negatively affect the quality of your life in a big way. According to the National Sleep Foundation, 60% of Americans report having problems a few nights a week. Insomnia is a sleep disorder that is characterized by difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. And people with insomnia, and just kind of take note of this might be an issue for you, have one or more of the following symptoms: difficulty falling asleep, waking up during the night and having trouble getting back to sleep, waking up too early in the morning, and feeling tired upon awakening. Besides lack of energy, mental focus, and depression, lack of sleep is linked to increased risk for heart disease, cancer, diabetes, weight gain, and overall accelerated aging. So we really need sleep. Insomnia can be such a difficult problem to deal with. And that's why I really wanted to put this video together, because I really want to show you how PEMF therapy can be so beneficial for insomnia and just overall for better sleep. So after pain relief, the most positive feedback I get, and I've worked with thousands of people helping them take advantage of the benefits of pulse magnetic field therapy, or PEMF therapy, and I would say after pain relief, because pain relief is number one, but the number two reason, or the number two positive testimonial I receive, and I've gotten just dozens of them, is better sleep. Sometimes people don't even buy a PEMF therapy mat for sleep, but they'll come back to me and say, you know, Brian, I've really noticed I've been sleeping better. And this is where the magic happens. You know, no matter what your illness or disease, if you get better sleep, the body is going to be able to heal and repair itself much, much better than if you're not getting sleep. And that can be a big problem with people with chronic diseases. Is it's like a vicious cycle. You know, their chronic illness makes it difficult for them to get to sleep, and not getting sleep doesn't allow the body to repair and regenerate itself. Just wanted to briefly mention that when I first got an earth-based PEMF therapy mat back in 2007, that was the first thing I noticed, was better sleep the first night. And that was at a point in my life where I was having some trouble sleeping. I want to show you this image here of the different stages of sleep, and you can see the frequencies. And this image is very much based on EEG, electroencephalogram studies. So it's definitely proven, established by the medical community, that our brain waves have these different stages of sleep, or these different states of consciousness, you could say. Here's the problem. You typically want to get down into what's called theta or delta. That's your very low, slow wave sleep. Typically, when you're drifting off to sleep, you should be in theta brainwave. There's basically four main states of consciousness as far as, you know, the frequencies in your brain. There's beta, which is your alert, wakeful state of consciousness. There's alpha, which is like your relaxed, you know, like after a massage or meditation, kind of that relaxed, peaceful feeling. That's your alpha state. Theta is the state right before you're drifting off to sleep. It's a very relaxed state of consciousness. Sometimes people that really are deep meditators can get into theta. And delta, it's very difficult or rare for anybody to be consciously in delta state. It's basically the deepest stage of sleep. And this is where some of the magic of regeneration happens. So those are the stages of sleep. And basically they range from 0 to 30 hertz is the main frequency range. You know, delta and theta are your low, like 0 to 5 hertz. And your awake beta is around 15 to 30 hertz. And sometimes you can get into gamma, even a higher frequency. You know, if you're on Starbucks coffee, or even sometimes in a hyper-creative state. But you don't want to be hitting the pillow at 30 to 40 hertz. That's the problem people have with not getting good sleep, is that their brain is overstimulated. What a good PEMF therapy mat with a circadian rhythm clock does is that because the nighttime setting on a good PEMF therapy device with a circadian rhythm clock, because it has a delta theta setting, through resonance, your mind will entrain to that slower frequency. So if you're a good meditator, of course, you can meditate before sleep and get your brain waves to slow down. But a lot of people don't meditate. So laying on a PEMF therapy mat just for 8 minutes will just take your brain right down into that slow wave frequency. And again, the brain is very electrical, so it's very susceptible to external fields. It just makes so much sense why it works so well for sleep. And it's been my experience, all the testimonies I got, you know, just validate that reasoning. And there's research. I won't get into too much detail, but there was a 4-week double-blind study showing the effects of PEMF therapy on insomnia with 101 patients. And this was back in 2001 by R.B. Pelka and a few of his associates. And they found significant improvements in sleep with the PEMF group versus the placebo group. And it was a double-blind study, so a very, very good study showing, scientifically that PEMF therapy does help with better sleep. There's also been research to show that PEMF therapy increases the production of melatonin in the pineal gland. And as we mentioned, melatonin is the sleep hormone, the hormone that really helps you to get to sleep and to rejuvenate. And melatonin has been proven to be oncostatic, meaning it is anti-cancer. In conclusion, I just want to emphasize that the body heals, repairs, and regenerates itself during deep sleep. And in my research, I really strongly feel that PEMF therapy, especially an earth-based PEMF therapy device that uses low frequencies between 0 to 30 hertz and has a circadian biorhythm clock so you get the right frequency for the right time of day, is absolutely the best investment you could make to help with better sleep.